Welcome back, and if you recently saw the tabletop, you know what this gun is. This is the PCC 9 from Primary Weapon Systems, PWS. Awesome gun builders out of Boise, Idaho. Back from the range with this guy. Had some fun playing with this pistol storage device. More on that in another video coming up. You'll of course see it as part of this gun, but have some more on this coming up to it. We ran this through our What's for Dinner test and a MUULTI-MAG test. Left the can off by viewer's choice. That's what most of you asked for, so that's how we ran it. And this is a more precisely tuned, more tightly built PCC than some of the others that we've used in the past, and you see that in the What's for Dinner test. So no real surprises there. Anytime you move towards precision and tightness, you lose tolerance. It's kind of the nature of it. You can have a gun run easily on everything that isn't 100% on accuracy or the precision side of things, or you can go the other way and build a nice tight professional gun like this that is going to have some favorites to it. Had a lot of fun with this thing. Gosh, that coating sure makes this bolt clean up easily. Look how nice and clean that stayed. Thank you for voting against the can. Suppressors make blowback guns really dirty. I'm going to get to cleaning this thing and let you guys watch the footage, as always, while I finish wiping this thing down. Enjoy. So start things off with the full mag plus one. This of course is not really particularly fair because a failure could be magazine related, not necessarily the gun. It comes with a Magpul mag. I'm not a fan of the Magpul Glock mags, so we'll be using the ETS mags. I know a lot of people hate those anyways. So there's our plus one, and then we've got a full fun stick here, which is a snug fit on that closed bolt. Get ready for some raining brass, and we'll see how the gun runs. Alright, for the MUULTI-MAG test, we've got evidence of a healthy aftermarket for Glocks. So, starting off left to right, we have 5 rounds of Fiocchi 115 grain loaded in these mags. We're going to test to see, does it feed from them, does it lock back when empty, and then does the mag drop free. Start off with a Jagaman, or Jagaman for you non-German speakers. We got a Pro Mag here, a Torque Mag, a Glock Factory with the factory extension on it, an ETS short mag, Glock Factory with an aftermarket extension on it, a plain Glock Factory mag. Then over in the fun sticks, we've got one of the improved KCI mags with the metal lining in it, a SGM Tactical fun stick, and the ETS fun stick. Let's see how they do. Start off with the fun sticks. We got an ETS fun stick here. SGM Tactical fun stick. Oh, we have a misfeed. Not sure what's going on here. Lock back, drop free. Korean new and improved KCI fun stick. Lock back, Glock Factory mag. Lock back, drops free, Glock Factory with an aftermarket extension. Lock back, drops. ETS Shorty mag, this I believe is for the Glock 19. Lock back, drops free, Glock Factory with the Glock extension. Lock back, drops free. Torque mag. Mag may not have seated. Lock back, drops free. Pro Mag. A little friction on the way in. Back. And the Jagaman. Drop 3. Looks like the PWS will run any Glock style magazine.
Woohoo!
Alright, what's for dinner is pretty extensive thanks to our Patreon supporters. We've got a low of 65 grain and a high of 158 grain today. Steel case, brass case, aluminum case, nickel plated, hollow points, full metal jackets, the gamut. And be shooting 3 rounds of each to see will it pick up off of the locked back slide, function with enough energy to pick up the next round, the third round's a bonus, and then does it lock back on the empty magazine. 3 rounds of each. Let's see how this gun does.
Okay, so we are going to start this off with the Inceptor target ammo at 65 grains. And it is a copper polymer matrix projectile. I'm going to put that in. That in.
And it locked back.
RT, 85 grain. Highly accurate, penetrating, rangeable. We shall see.
Oh, we had a misfeed. And that's a Glock magazine. So this fails the what's for dinner on the DRT round.
Heavy duty, 100 grain. Okay. Am I good?
Oh, and we had a misfeed on the last round again. So with the heavy shot, we did have a misfeed there that shoved it in, and the round actually broke. This is what happens with these composite rounds when you get a sharp misfeed. Let me get the camera on there. There we go. So you can see that projectile actually snapped. There's still stuff in the casing. Interesting. You don't see that every day.
All right, next we have Hornady Critical Defense Light, 100 grains.
This is a snubby little bullet that some guns like to choke on.
I'll bring that one in.
So far, so good. There we go.
All right, next we have tool ammo, 115 grain, steel case.
FMJs.
FMJ.
Now we're into the regular caliber weight that most guns are meant for, so shouldn't have any issues from here on out.
We can hope. Next we have Federal, 115 grain, aluminum.
Aluminium, if there's any Brits watching. Nice.
All right, now we have Gold Dot, 115 grain.
Classic hollow point. And it works.
Now we have American Eagle, 124 grain. It is lightweight for a suppressor round. So, let's see how that runs.
You're ready.
Federal Premium, 124 grain.
HST.
HST? Nothing else. Love that smell. American Eagle, 147 grain full metal jacket flat point.
So flat points sometimes cause problems in these PCCs. Let's see how the PWS does. Oh.
Hopefully that's an alright start.
And it runs.
Alright, last but not least, we have PPU, which is the 158 grain. It's going to be the heaviest of all the rounds that I am firing today.
Big old slow subsonic round. These are round nose. And it runs. So here are the groups next to the type of ammo that created them. I will say we were using, for the grouping part, it was 25 yards because just using the little red dot, no magnification, wanted to be as fair to the gun as possible. Weren't using a Glock branded mag, using a torque mag instead. And what I noticed is despite the torque mag doing okay in a what's for dinner test, with the hollow points that we had here, all four of these being hollow points, the last round would get shoved into the feed ramp and it would compact it back in there, which is a kind of an overpressure thing. You don't want to shoot that, so you toss that out. Did that a couple times, got frustrated with it. And so after the Nosler group, which was my second group, I started just putting a ball round underneath all the rounds so that I could shoot my 5 cleanly and have them feed properly. And it worked just fine. This was only with the Torque Mag magazine, and I haven't had that problem with Torque Mags before, haven't had that problem with this gun before. So basically what that's telling you is it's not a primary weapon systems problem, it's not a Torque Mag problem, it's a compatibility between the two with these particular hollow points. So onto the groups. Like I said, unmagnified using a red dot, 25 yards, with a rest up front but no rear bag. So some of these could probably be better. This one was from that jam that happened. So Nosler was pretty darn tight. These are 1-inch squares. I'll show you. There's our Fiocchi XTP, 5 shots. Nosler 124 grain match, 5 shots. The Fiocchi 115 grain ball opened up a little bit, but it's somewhat to be expected. It's just basic range ammo. And our Remington 124 grain Golden Saber did pretty well. And then this Team Never Quit did really well. Very impressive. So that's about what we can expect out of this gun with various loads from 25 yards.
PWS, Primary Weapon System. I love this gun. This is so much fun to shoot. No recoil, 9mm. Trigger is nice and smooth. The optics that we have on there, the Romeo 4 from Sig Sauer, love that little red dot. Everything about it, it's a lightweight gun. I can't really tolerate for a long period of time holding some of the heavier pistols even. But this one's just, you're gonna have a good time. It fed through all the ammunition in the heavier caliber, or the heavier grains, really, really well. Not so much with the lighter grains, so that was something to keep in mind.
Which is kind of common, to be fair, with BCCs. Blowback operated needs that energy to operate the system, so
as long as you keep it heavy, you'll be keeping it cool.
So my afterthoughts on the PWS PCC 9. Great gun. This is what happens when you have a performance manufacturer, high-end manufacturer build a PCC. As you know, we've reviewed everything from the least expensive, except for the X-Tar. I don't have our hands on one of those yet. But some very inexpensive ones to some high-end ones. This is on the higher end for sure. The trigger is phenomenal. Shooting with this pistol storage device, for those of you who weren't paying attention in the intro, you can hold spare mags in the back here, and it's actually fairly quick. It's a great way if you're just going to have a truck gun or something like that. You just want to tuck this away, you can stick 2 extra mags in there and have plenty of ammo on hand. But this pistol storage device was very comfortable to shoot with. I appreciate the more vertical style grip here because it is a very short length of pull, slightly uncomfortable for me with the wrist, because you got to really cock the wrist to get it on there. But excuse Tactic Kitty there, she is going nuts. She's pretty excited about this gun. Very awkward angle. Now I have found though, of course, if you square off with the target more and do a little more chest forward, sort of like the tactical isosceles deal, as if you were wearing armor, that does give you a little bit longer length of pull, but very lightweight and quick handling, very comfortable to shoot, very mild recoil. This compensator does a pretty good job. You can see from the soot on there that it is indeed catching and directing gases. It's not just sitting there. I was worried and was curious really how far out 9mm really generates enough gas for that to do anything, and it's proven. You can see right there that at this length it certainly still does something. So really enjoyed this thing. Love the design, you know, this nice flare to the mag well, the integrated trigger guard. Everything is top notch on this Primary Weapon Systems PCC 9. Hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.
Domestic Research Technologies.